Hello, classmate and professor. This week we conducted an activity on balloon and how it would make it fireproof, and I am Desai, and join me as I explain the results of this experiment. Fireproof balloon. A common sense tells you that it is impossible to boil water in a paper bag, but this is a classic parlor trick and was a favorite of Victorian magicians. As you might imagine, a secret lies in yet another amazing property of water, its ability to conduct heat. This modern-day version of demonstration uses an ordinary balloon and some water and candle. We will be answering questions like what makes the balloon pop when there's no water in it, and what prevents the balloon from popping, and does the rubber have anything to do with this reaction to fire? The materials used in this experiment was balloon, water, lighter/candle, and safety goggles. This experiment uses fire, so we asked an adult for help. Make sure you're wearing your safety goggles correct, and it could get messy, so it's best to do this experiment outside. For our first trial, I blew up the balloon just as we did and tied it off. I lit a candle and placed it in the middle of the table, and then I held the balloon a foot or two over the top of the flame and slowly moved the balloon closer to the flame until it pops. For my second trial, I filled the balloon half with the water and tied it, and then I lit the candle again and placed the balloon over the top of the flame, and then I've removed the balloon from to hear and examine the results. For trial 1, the balloon popped even if the flame has not even touched the balloon yet. For the second trial, interestingly, the balloon did not pop even when the flame touched the area of the balloon with the water. But when it touched the area without the water, the balloon then popped. When you put an object over a flame, it starts getting hot, gaining the heat and released from the flame. In the normal balloon filled with the air, the rubber of the balloon quickly heats up and frying it and making it fall apart easily. So the balloon gets a hole and it pops. But if the balloon is filled with water and the heat that the balloon rubber is gaining can dissipate into water inside and raising the temperature of the water, leaving the rubber surface cool and undamaged. And this is because the water transfers heat so much more efficiently than air and has higher heat capacity. Our bodies even use water to control heat. When you exercise, your body produces sweat in an attempt to regulate your temperature so it doesn't get overheated. As your sweat evaporates, it takes heat energy with it and leaving you and your skin cooler behind. I learned that when you fill a water with balloon inside, instead of air, water absorbs most of the heat so the rubber doesn't get very hot. Water has high heat capacity, much higher than air, so it will keep the balloon from bursting. And this experiment is fun and exciting way to learn about water's ability to conduct heat.